using Excel for inferences about means of two independent samples. This video uses two examples. The first example is titled, "Are male professors and female professors rated differently by students?" The second example is titled, "Confidence Interval for Female and Male Course Evaluation Scores." The sample data have been entered into cells A1 through B16 in the worksheet. Both Excel itself and the Excel Stat add-in can be used for hypothesis tests, but only Excel Stat provides a confidence interval. It is important to note that both Excel and Excel Stat both require lists of original sample data and do not work with summary data alone. We begin with the procedure for hypothesis tests, followed by the procedure for confidence intervals. Begin by clicking on the Excel Stat tab in the ribbon. If Excel Stat is not available, it must be installed. Instructions for installing Excel add-ins can be found at the website www.triolastats.com. Click the Parametric Tests button in the Excel Stat menu and then select two-sample t-test and z-test from the drop-down menu. The two-sample t-test and z-test dialog box now appears. The blinking cursor indicates the input item that is currently selected. Click on any input item in the dialog box to select it, or press the Tab key to move to the next input item. Select the Sample 1 and Sample 2 boxes and enter the data range for each of the two samples. Remember, Excel Stat requires original data, and summary statistics cannot be used. In this example, we enter A1:A13 for Sample 1, and for Sample 2 we enter B1:B16. Cells can also be selected by clicking on the first cell in the data range and dragging the cursor down to the last cell in the data range. Under Data Format, in the lower left of the dialog box, select one column per sample. Check the Students t-test box. Check the z-test box only if the two population standard deviations are both known, which is rare. If a column label is included in the data range, check the Column Labels box. In this example, we check this box. Select Sheet to display the results on a new worksheet. Click the Options tab near the top of the dialog box. Under Alternative Hypothesis, select one of three options. Select the first option, which includes does not equal D for a two-tailed test. Select the second option, which includes less than D for a left-tailed test. Select the third option, which includes greater than D for a right-tailed test. In this example, we select the first option, mean 1 minus mean 2 does not equal D for a two-tailed test. The selected option is highlighted in blue. For the hypothesized difference box, the assumed value is usually 0, so use the default value of 0 in this example. Enter a value in the significance level box. The default value is 5 for a 0.05 significance level. In this example, we use that default value. Uncheck the Assume Equality box, uncheck the Cochran-Cox box, and uncheck the Use an F-test box. Click OK to display the results. The test statistic is labeled T observed value, and the p-value is labeled p-value. In this example, the test statistic equals -0.660, and the p-value equals 0.517. The p-value of 0.517 is more than the significance level of 0.05, so we fail to reject the null hypothesis. There is not sufficient evidence to warrant rejection of the claim that female professors and male professors have the same mean course evaluation score. We can also use Excel itself for a hypothesis test. Note that this procedure is not available in Excel for Mac 2011. Click the Data tab in the ribbon and then click the Data Analysis button in the Analysis section on the far right side of the ribbon. If data analysis does not appear, you must install the Analysis Toolpak add-in. The Data Analysis dialog box now appears. Under Analysis Tools, select t-test: two sample assuming unequal variances, and then click OK. There is also the option to select t-test two-sample assuming equal variances, but the assumption of equal variances is not recommended. The t-test two-sample assuming unequal variances dialog box now appears. Select the variable range boxes and enter the data range for each sample. As noted earlier, Excel requires original data and summary statistics cannot be used. In this example, for variable 1 range, enter cells A1 through A13. For variable 2 range, enter cells B1 through B16. In the hypothesized mean difference box, enter a value for the claimed difference between the population means, which is usually 0. We use the default value of 0 in this example. Check the labels box if the sample data includes column labels. We check this box in this example. Enter the significance level in the alpha box. We enter 0.05. Click OK and the results will be displayed. The test statistic is labeled t-stat and the p-value is labeled p. Excel provides both a one-tailed p-value and a two-tailed p-value, so use the p-value appropriate for the test. In this example, we use the two-tailed p-value. The test statistic of negative 0.65994 and the two-tailed p-value of 0.517212 is the same result provided by the Excel Stat add-in. To construct confidence intervals, we must use the Excel Stat add-in and we repeat the steps provided earlier. Click on the Excel Stat tab in the ribbon, click Parametric Tests in the Excel Stat menu, and then select two-sample t-test and z-test from the drop-down menu. For sample 1 and sample 2, enter the data range for each of the two samples. Under Data Format, select one column per sample. Check the Student's t-test box or check the z-test box in the rare case that the population standard deviations are both known. If the first cell in the data range includes a data label, check the column labels box. If not, leave this box unchecked. Select Sheet to display the results on the new worksheet. Click the Options tab near the top of the dialog box. Under Alternative Hypothesis, select the first option for a two-tailed test. Mean 1 minus mean 2 does not equal D. For the hypothesized difference box, the assumed value is usually 0, so use this default value of 0 in this example. We use the default value of 5 for a 0.05 significance level, and this corresponds to a 95% confidence level. Uncheck the Assume Equality box, uncheck the Cochran-Cox box, and uncheck the Use an F-test box. Click OK and the confidence interval will be displayed in the results. In this example, we get the confidence interval limits of negative 0.528 and positive 0.275. We are 95% confident that the limits of negative 0.528 and positive 0.275 actually do contain the difference between the two population means. Because those limits contain 0, this confidence interval suggests that there is not a significant difference between the mean course evaluation score for female professors and the mean course evaluation score for male professors.